What's good, you guys? We're back with another video, and today we're back with something different today, and we're starting a new series, and it's called What's the Next Move? And I'm gonna be talking about some teams that are out of the playoffs and are really just looking for the future. They're looking up for the draft, free agency, trades, and just didn't have a great season this year. And the first team I'm gonna be talking about, because I've watched them a good amount this season, because I'm a fan of King of the Fourth Quarter, Rusty Buckets, and I like Zach LaVine and things like that. I've been watching the Chicago Bulls a lot this season, so I wanted to talk about what's their next move, who they need to keep, who they need to let go, what's the plan for the draft, and all that. So if you like this type of content, like some of the video found already, let's get right into it. Also, along with this series, every team I'm gonna have like a two-part rebuild series. Both of the videos are gonna be like 30 minutes long, just a fun type of rebuild. Probably two parts, and then we're gonna get on to the next team. But that's all I gotta say to get started. Let's get right into it. My fault. Although the Bulls did have a bad season, they have a lot of stuff to be excited about. They have Zach LaVine, got Vučević in that midseason trade, although a lot of Bulls fans may be regretting and thinking about this trade because they gave their first round pick. I feel like it may be successful next year with a full offseason, a training camp to get integrated with Zach LaVine and the rest of the crew. I feel like it will be good. Another big thing that has to happen for this team to be successful is a decent jump in production by Patrick Williams. He had a decent regular season, had his ups and had his downs. He was a decent defender throughout, but he just needs to be better next year, and it can't be any stagnant development with Patrick Williams, because I think he has the ability to be a really good player in this league. Now let's talk about some of the pieces, some of the veteran pieces that I think need to stay as well, and that's in Thad Young and also maybe Thomas Satoransky. Thad Young is just super duper good next to Zach LaVine, and just plays and fills in all the holes that all the other players, all the holes in the other players' games. He just fills everything in. He's a jack of all trades type of guy, and he can really do all those type of things. And also Thomas Satoransky is just a heady, nice veteran. After those five players, although some of those five players are expendable, like Thomas Satoransky, everybody else can really go, in my opinion. And Kobe White, I think, still has a little bit of potential to be a decent six man, but he's too erratic. He's way too up and down to be. I think this is going into his third year. He's way too up and down. And Larry Marketing could definitely go, but hey, listen to me right here, Larry. Please don't go to the Dallas Mavericks. You have a good thing going. I saw that little tweet. I think Shams or somebody tweeted it that you want to go to the Mavs. We're cool, bro. I promise. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're perfectly fine. We do not need him. He's just like Kristaps. He's 7 foot and doesn't use his size. We don't need another one of those. And he also can't play defense like Maxi Kleber can. So we definitely don't need him. Let's talk about some of the stuff that I think would be really good for them to get in the draft. They have the 10th. They had like a 10th best odds, so they're not getting their first round pick, which really sucked, because man, it would have been a really good thing, because we have a deep point guard draft class this year. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Springer, Jalen Suggs, Sharif Cooper, Jared Butler, you can say is like a combo guard, Davion Mitchell. There's a lot of really good point guards in this draft. It sucks that they're not going to get their first round pick. So really what they're looking for is free agency. And free agency, Lonzo Ball, man. That's the biggest piece they need, man. Lonzo Ball, he'll be so good next to Zach LaVine. Great passer, great perimeter defender, and a great catch-and-shoot guy nowadays. He needs that floater, though. He needs to get that floater in his bag like Ja, Trae Young, and all of them have, because if he gets that, he can maybe get to 17, 16 points per game, in my opinion. Lonzo's looking for $20 million I think, in free agency, which will be something that I think they'll be able to give. Daniel Theis, Garrett Temple, Denzel Valentine, Cristiano Felicio, and Larry Marketing will be off the books this summer, which will be a lot of money off the books, which is really exciting, because they'll have that money to get Zoe and go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because if they get Lonzo Ball, they have that point guard, they have the defense in the backcourt now, because he can lock up some of these point guards and make it tough for others, which is really good, because Kobe White could not do that. And Kobe White is a really good six-man for a guy like Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo Ball is not a score first, and Kobe White is. That's a really good mismatch of players at your point guard position, and you have Zach LaVine at the shooting guard. Some other players that I think they should get, man, it really sucks that they don't have their draft pick. It would have been way easier. They would have had another big piece filled, but now they really have to do it in free agency. Now, some people that I think would be decent replacements in free agency for Lauri Markkanen, they're not as good as shooters as him, but they bring what they need on the defensive side of the ball, and that's Derrick Jones Jr. and also Justice Winslow. Now, Justice Winslow is an injury-prone type of guy, but I feel in Chicago, next to Patrick Williams, he can be a decent, really good defender off the bench as kind of like a forward because he's not really a 3 like that anymore, and same with Derrick Jones Jr. And also gives, if you get Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine when he has the ball in his hands, a insane lob threat at that position. So those two players I feel will be really good pieces for the Chicago Bulls to grab. And like I said, once again, the trade it's hurting right now, and it looks bad right now with Nikola Vučević, but I think it'll be good in the end because him and LaVine are gonna be a really good duo. Count on that. And Chicago Bulls fans, don't be too down on yourself for that trade. Just let it rock. Let's see what this season brings. Vučević is an all-star. Zach LaVine is an all-star. 2 all-stars. Y'all can get into the Eastern Conference playoffs. I know y'all can. Alright guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Like I was saying, Bulls fans, let the Vučević-LaVine trade marinate. Let it marinate, you know what I'm saying? Let that duo do its thing before y'all start going up in arms about not having this first round pick. I'll be out with a 2-part rebuild series. Part 1 will be out tomorrow. So if you like this type of content and you loved this what's next type of thing, I think you'd like the rebuild on 2K. It's just something fun to let the series go on. And then comment below what team you want me to do next. Like and sub on the video if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.